Hi, I'm Mariah, and today I'm going to talk with you about thermometers, taking temperatures, documentation, and their relationship to food safety. Let's get started. Using a food thermometer is the only reliable way to ensure that foods are cooked to a safe temperature. Meat, poultry, and egg products must be cooked to a safe minimum internal temperature to destroy any harmful microorganisms that may be in the food. Many food handlers believe that visible indicators, such as color changes, can be used to determine if foods are cooked to a point where pathogens are killed. However, research has shown that color and texture indicators are unreliable. For example, ground beef may turn brown before it reaches a temperature where pathogens are destroyed. A cook preparing hamburger patties and using the brown color as an indicator of doneness is taking a chance that microorganisms may survive. A hamburger cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, as measured with a thermometer, is safe regardless of color. The temperature at which different microorganisms are destroyed varies, as does the doneness temperature for different meat and poultry. A cook looking for a visual sign of doneness might continue cooking it until it is overcooked and dry. However, a cook using a food thermometer to check for doneness can feel assured the food has reached a safe temperature and is not overcooked. Cook all raw beef, pork, lamb, and veal steaks, chops, and roasts to a minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, as measured with a food thermometer. Cook all poultry to a safe minimum internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. A food thermometer should also be used to ensure that cooked food is held at safe temperatures until served. Cold foods should be held at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Hot food should be kept at 140 degrees Fahrenheit or above. Temperatures between 40 and 140 are commonly referred to as the temperature danger zone. Ideally, the temperatures of all items should be taken and recorded before opening for a meal. They should also be taken and recorded during and just before the end of the meal. If you find a product within the temperature danger zone, alert your supervisor. Thermometer probes should be sterilized using an alcohol wipe between taking the temperature of different foods to prevent cross-contamination. Next, let's look at all the types of thermometers you are likely to use in dining services. Standard dial stem thermometers quickly measure the temperature of a food in about 15 to 20 seconds. For accurate temperature measurement, the probe of the coil thermometer must be inserted the full length of the sensing area, which is about 2 to 3 inches. The probe will usually have an indentation, and the sensing area is from the tip to the indentation. If measuring the temperature of a thin food, such as a hamburger patty or boneless chicken breast, the probe should be inserted through the side of the food so that the entire sensing area is positioned through the center of the food. Most models need to be calibrated regularly and after being dropped. To calibrate a stem thermometer, fill a large glass with ice. Add clean tap water to the top of the ice and stir well. Immerse the stem a minimum of 2 inches into the mixture, touching neither the sides nor the bottom of the glass. Wait a minimum of 30 seconds before adjusting. Without removing the stem from the ice, hold the adjusting nut under the head of the thermometer with a suitable tool and turn the head so the pointer reads 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Of all food thermometers, thermocouples reach and display the final temperature the fastest, within 2 to 5 seconds. The temperature is indicated on a digital display. Thermocouples will typically have the probe attached to the display unit with a wire. Thermistor-style food thermometers use a resistor to measure temperature. It takes roughly 10 seconds to register the temperature on the digital display. Since the resistor is in the tip, thermistors can measure temperatures in thin foods as well as thick foods. Because the center of a food is usually cooler than the outer surface, place the tip in the center of the thickest part of the food. These will typically look like a stem thermometer with a digital display. Infrared thermometers, while easy to use, should not be used, as they cannot determine the internal temperature of any food item. If you are unsure of which thermometer type you are using, ask your supervisor for assistance. As always, thanks for watching.